are gay. Why are you gay? Have you ever heard the sound on TikTok? The man that says, "You are gay. Why are you gay?" In the same voice and in the same tone, right? Now imagine me telling you that you are broke. Why are you broke? Because Ghanaians, why? Hey, you are broke, oh. Jesus, sorry, I'm so sorry. Before you guys come for me, hey Ghanaians, we are broke, oh. We are broke. In Jesus' name, Ghanaians, we are broke. Because if we are not broke, how is it that someone that we know that basically her entire profession and lifestyle, her lifestyle is even her profession, right? Her lifestyle equals her profession. Her lifestyle equals what makes money and what puts foods on her table.
I had no idea there was even a thing called sickness allowance until I met this man, because ever since I fell sick this month, I have just been receiving lots of cash for treatments and stuff.
There also.
I got this one yesterday. To go to the
You
hospital
are
today.
sick every week.
We know that. So how is it that someone's lifestyle, which is equals to her work, the person is telling you that a man gave her 40,000 Ghana cedis for sickness allowance or a sickness allowance, and it's a fast on the internet? Why is it a fast on the internet? No, I really don't understand. I need someone to probably educationally explain it to me why we are all fighting and why? Because of 40,000 Ghana cedis? Mini bimum. I really don't. Mini bimum. But then I don't think that it is outrageous, because if we know Dulcie and we follow Dulcie and then we see her lifestyle, the way she spends and the work she does and everything, I really do not think that 40,000 Ghana cedis is that much of a big deal for it to make an internet blast such as this. Because Dulcie has received more money than 40,000 Ghana cedis, or is because she classified this one as sickness allowance. In this country, she's received more money, and now we are coming to say what is our argument that it is peer pressure? It is pressuring the young girls. That is an entirely different conversation altogether, yeah. But then we do know that these people's lifestyle is their work. Their lifestyle is what puts food on their table. So as to if the 40,000 is real or is just a facade or is just a way of, keeping the lifestyle or making people to think that, yeah, this is how much they spend or this is how much they get, that one is up to them. But I also want to put it out there to the youth and people that are thinking this is peer pressure. When you see this, find somewhere in your heart to use it to motivate yourself, not to motivate yourself to follow men, right? She didn't say she's sleeping with a man, did she? Really, this conversation, I can't have it because I don't know what to say. I don't have 40,000 cities to sit here and make an argument. So, moving on to the next conversation. Anyway, so moving on from that. Whilst other people are getting 40,000 Ghana cedis as allowance, as sickness allowance, there is a young boy somewhere too that is saying that 50 Ghana cedis is not enough money for his mother to give him as a daily amount.
And the server said that Biama Mama said, that Biama Mama said, oh, my Mama, now my boy, about penny for.
So this boy mother gives him 50, sorry, did I say 50,000? 50 Ghana cedis, just 50 cedis, okay. This boy's mother gives him 50 cedis a day. 50 cedis a day times 30 days a month equals 1,500. Now the boy is telling the mom that 1,500 a month or 50 cedis a day. And so because I have 50 cedis, no, you expect me to use it to buy food morning, afternoon, evening. Like I'm supposed to use it to feed myself, right? And so and I'm seeing the comment section, people are having so many different opinions as I'm about to tell you mine. And I think that yes, see, it is interesting that our minimum wage in this country is 19 cedis, 19.90 pesos in this country. So basically, round it up to 20 cities. Our minimum wage in this country is 20 cities. But as the government is not entitled to tell a company or to give a maximum wage, but minimum wage is 20 cities, which is funny. If you don't understand, let me explain to you what minimum wage being 20 cities is. It means that if you are working, right, whatever organization you are working for, they cannot pay you below 20 cities a day. So young fan is say you're actually working for an organization and they are following the government rule and they decided, okay, we will pay you 20 cities a day according to the minimum wage of the country. Or even if because according to the minimum wage of the country, they can decide to pay you 20 cities a day. Or if they decided, okay, because there's no maximum wage, so it means they can increase it or they can pay you a higher amount. So let's say they decided, okay, we are paying you 30 cities a day. That one cry, they've done you well because your country minimum wage is 90 cities. So 30 cities a day means they've increased it for you. 30 cities a day. How much is that for a month to take care of you? Like, it is sad. And as much as I understand that I'm actually saying this from the mother's perspective, because if the mother is a worker, we don't know where the mother is working. If the mother is a trader, right? How much money does the mother make a day? Even if she's going to remove some money and buy her goods, and how much is left? How much is she paying herself as her minimum wage? Say, or to me, man, about 50 cities a day, and the child is complaining, say, Isra. Normally, Isra, let's be honest, your mom 50 cities, your mom 50 cities, one day. Say, use that to take care of yourself for a day. Isra. Because you see, I will watch it saying, watch it 10 cities. Obeto Talia. 2 cities. Obeto Gary, 1 city. Obeto Wele is not so 2 cities. Wele is 2 cities or say 5 cities. So 5 cities. Obeto Wele 5 cities. By the time you are done buying your watch, you spend how much? 50 cities. Or even if you want to buy the cheapest watch, let's say you spend 20 cities. And you will be bium. Sisi akra go be saying. Gary so can say. So no correct. It's but then the boy saying it's no is putting pressure on the mom. And it's funny how we see it to be a luxury. Because some people are even telling you that when you say, oh, mommy, to me, 50 cities a day, still I will complain, say, it's which means that other people cry, they are not even getting 5 cities a day or 10 cities a day. My country, Ghana. Eddie. Somebody's poverty is somebody's luxury. I repeat that again. Somebody's poverty is somebody's luxury. I understand the mom. It's difficult to be able to get 50 cities a day for your child. And I understand the child to be able to spend 50 cities a day. Moving on. There is also a lady that is complaining about NSS. Today is all about money. Just a country, no, and yet easy. There's a lady that is complaining about NSS. She says she's stopping. Or say on to me bium into all jai or focusing on the 2 business or we are now will be a farm. She'll focus on the farm. She's focusing on business. She's focusing on being an entrepreneur. Because NSS no, she was talking to a company that was supposed to pick her. They stopped talking to her. Government, they stopped talking to her. On year Juma, she's not getting a job to do. After graduating school, after doing NSS and everything, she's not getting a job to do. And she needs a job to do to keep afloat, at least. So she's leaving. She's not applying anywhere anymore. She wants to venture into business. But the first thing I'll tell her is that, Mommy, you've tried only 2 jobs and you've given up in life. You should ask some people. You should ask some people. They have applied 60 companies and still applying. But then I also think it's smart, right? I'm not saying she should give up. I also think that sometimes like some people that will apply like 10 companies, they are not calling you, you're still applying. How about you start your own business? I actually agree with her. So sometimes we'll try, and you're not getting it. Maybe you can start your own business. But let me tell you, to start a business and that form, obe bodam and sana, obe to me, like to start it. Ask anyone that has started a business and that form. Right. Now that brings me to it. That just last week we were having an argument and a conversation about the country and all that. And this whole conversation about money and everything is just making me to think that other countries, for instance, one we know is China, right? These countries let their children start from a very young age learning little things about technology. They can fix phones. they can make a plane to fly a bit. They are giving them those hands-on skills at a very tender age, as in KG, class 1, and all those things. They are teaching them those things as part of their curriculum, including, you can see that children will go to school in China and they are learning how to sew, they are learning how to braid, and it's part of the school. But we don't do that in this country. My country, what we are arguing about is whether we should be teaching our children in their local dialect or we should be teaching our children in English. Wow. Wow. And the next thing we are worried about in this country is telling the government to pay teachers self-control allowance because the children are tempting. Look at us, we are crying as a country. They're not getting jobs to do. They are crying. And this is what you and I, we are sitting here every day to argue about. Moving on to my last story of the day. He took his parents to court at the age of 14 years.
It was 13 when they went to court. That was last year.
No, I want us to have this conversation as part of it. Don't cut it off. I add it. That he took his parents to court at the age of 13 years. And his issue is that they brought him to Ghana. And he doesn't want to come to Ghana.
Yes.
He wants to be in UK. As he's come to Ghana, he has suffered small. So he doesn't like it. So he wants to be in UK. Now the court has ruled that Ghana now will say one penal. I have nothing to say. I really have nothing to say. Like, wow. You know, African parents, yeah. These things just makes these things are the things that make me feel like we are in a new era. Yeah. Gone are the days if your mother slaps you one and you even tell your neighbor say ya bo. You be bo akum. Sisi akra what to be do parents are caught at the age of 13. Imagine what this child will begin. No. On a more serious note, guys, let's actually think this through. If the court had actually ruled in his favor, imagine the audacity this child will have with his parent. This child will be out of control. If the court had actually ruled in his, you also know that it is within the parents' right to take him to wherever they want to take him to, as far as they are providing for him and not mistreating him. It is within the parents' birthright to take the child to a place or wherever they deem fit will be good for the child's upbringing or the child's growth. Parents are court because you think at the age of 13 or 14 that it doesn't suit you. So if the court had ruled in his favor, this child would be absolutely out of control. Which means the least thing that the parents would do as a form of correction or trying to guide him that doesn't sit well with him, he will report. And you and I know how teenagers behave. You can be doing something for their good, but as a teenager, they will always rebel. Teenagers will always rebel. So if the court had ruled in his favor, any rebellion, forget it. Forget it. He will tell his parents that if he wants to sit on the rooftop and roll, they should allow him to sit on the rooftop and roll. Or if he wants to take their TV off the ceiling or off the wall, he's entitled to do that. It would have been chaotic. So this one, dear, I'm sorry, but I agree with the court and I agree with the parent. He needs some to understand that calm down. You are just 14. You'll be 18 soon. If you want, you can leave. Oh, parents suffer. Really, parents struggle. Because in cases like this, there are just some situations with parents that the parents try as much as they can to raise the children in the right way. The children just refuse to be raised. Anywho, guys, thank you for joining today's episode of The Bench. Of course, my name is Leadership, and until we meet again, do take care of yourself and remember that court is adjourned. We are right here at Ameyaw Studios. Make sure you follow us across all our social media platforms and also subscribe to our YouTube page. Bye.